positive.
Was he seeing you in a mosh pit? You're fine.
That's a mosh pit, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Different.
All right. Well,
There's no grace to that.
is this something that can be taught? Can you teach dance, or do you actually have to have a little rhythm?
I think it is something that can be taught. I personally, even though I'm a professional performer, I have to attempt to practice every single day still.
Oh, sure.
Or pretty much every single day. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to break it down also to like, do you know anything about music? Like, are you?
Oh, yeah.
See, if you're like experienced with understanding music, I think that's a great place to start. And if you can talk to people that way, or like frame things in a way that they understand, maybe talking about musicality first or something like that, speaking their language as far as like putting it in a way that they'll get it. I think it's pretty possible. And then beyond that, honestly, a lot of it is repetition and practice.
Okay. And just to go back, because I don't think we explored this often enough. What when you're in a club, what bugs you more, when a Manther comes up to you or when a younger man comes up to you these days? So I don't think we've explored the Manther. We really need to get back on that one, because you were talking about Manthers way back when, like when you were in your 20s.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of age, I think it depends on the approach. Like, I've had people approaching me who were very respectful, who seemed like they actually kind of wanted to strike up a conversation, who actually weren't like trolling for, like, we're not putting out the trolling for booty vibe, and we're just wanted to talk. But, otherwise, if you're coming up and you're clearly like trying to just get one thing out of me, regardless of your age, I'm probably not into it, especially at a club. I mean, also personally, that type of hooking up is just not my style. So, yeah.
So when did you and Carla come up with Manther, or did somebody else do it?
Okay, so technically, she and I uncovered this term on Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
In like probably 2008 or so. Back when I lived in Orange County, there was this bar which is now long gone that was called Foxfire. And that
sounds like a Manther bar.
It had notoriety as a cougar bar, actually.
Right.
But it definitely got like a decent cross section of Manthers showing up there.
Sure. Well, when there's cougars, there's Manthers.
Yes, but it was also like this dynamic where I think I wouldn't have understood this back then,
right.
And we didn't have the same like internet culture of like connecting with people in this way back then. But like I think there was a lot of like sugar daddy, sugar mommy things going on there as well.
Pretender.
Yeah. But me and my friends, and we were in our 20s at the time, me and my friends would just go to hang out there and kind of people watch.
Yeah.
But that's definitely how like me and Carla started getting the ball rolling on using this term all the time.
Right. That's about the time I met you. It was 2008. So yeah. You were, it was fresh in your mind, and I was very, very. I think that might be Cleve, but I was very. It was interesting. Now, you also do tarot card reading. I almost asked you to bring the cards, but we always. Are you sensing it? Is there any vibe you're getting right now, or? Come on in. Is he behind you? Or
yes.
See, that was such great timing.
That's just your comic timing.
Cleve.
What? Hey.
You couldn't have timed that better if you
okay.
Come on in.
Hi.
This is Cleve Hall.
Hi.
Cleve Hall. Look at that. By the way, Irene, look at that smile. Look at that smile.
You always point me out.
No, but you have this big.
I smile at everyone.
Because you've been on the show before.
Yeah,
Hannah missed you last time you were on.
Yeah. Back about last time I was on, I had nothing new to say.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Like,
now, have you ever met Irene or Hannah or X? Hi, that's Cleve Hall, Monster Man.
Hi.
I was saying because Irene does psychic reads. I was like, are you getting any vibes? and you knocked right at
You
that.
did,
Oh, yeah, well,
On the
It's
wrong door, yes.
I have my
I'm
moments.
sensing a presence behind
Yes.
the door.
But I was gonna talk about well. Let's start here because I just and here you can have a Coke and a smile. I was gonna say that's X. Anyway, I was gonna say you posted something on Facebook that you met Vincent Price.
Yeah, I've a few times in the last over a few years. Yeah.
Well, that's a few years ago.
Yeah, when I
he's
lived in
passed-
Jacksonville, he came actually to the art museum, and he was very much into pre-Columbian art, which I find absolutely hideous. But yeah, he loves that stuff. And yeah, I met him.
Did he live in Florida? Is that
No. He just come to visit the museum because we have a very well-known collection of pre-Columbian art there.
okay?
And he was very much into cooking, and he'd put out that cookbook, which is impossible to follow. It's all this French cooking and stuff. I mean, yeah, nice. Where do you get these ingredients, you know? But it was very cool to have, you know. And yeah, he was just a very interesting man. Just
Yeah.
incredible person, and funny as hell, and had a voice of an angel.
I could imagine. Yeah.
All of them were though. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Vincent Price, just wonderful people.
And you met all these people.
No, I never met Peter Cushing because after his wife died, he never left England.
But Christopher Lee,
Yeah, I met him, and yeah.
well, did you work on a movie with him or?
No. Just that was at a fan event when I met Lee. That was in New Jersey or no, in Virginia, and that was just. I mean, it's like meeting God. You know, he's so wonderful.
And he's like
I
6
mean,
foot.
he's like my favorite actor, which is not to say he's the best actor in the world, but I mean,
Right.
my God, when that guy's on screen, he commands it. He was
Right.
so imposing and stuff, and I love watching his stuff. So, and he was like the last, of the great horror stars. Because a guy in a hockey mask is not a monster. In my opinion.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so there's no horror stars. There's nobody.
You had a picture of Vincent Price. And
Yeah, I had a picture of Vincent Price.
Glory,
Yeah.
which is wonderful. Just because Comedy of Terrors is one of the greatest films ever made. That's hilarious.
Right.
The Raven, the Black Cat segment of
Sure.
Tales of Terror. All those films they did together, and you can tell they're having so much fun doing them.
Right.
And Richard Matheson, who wrote all of those, what a genius.
Oh yeah.
Because he wrote, some amazing horror films too, but his comedies are hilarious.
Right. I'm telling you, these two.
I mean,
You and
Peter
Irene
Cushing is
could
breaking
just-
up Vincent Price, in the Black Cat, and he's breaking
Yeah.
him up in the wall, and he says, "You can't be serious. You can't mean this." He says, "Haven't I convinced you of my sincerity yet?"
Right.
I love that film. I love
Right.
all those things. And Laurie, who was small in stature and just kind of weird and stuff, he held his own against the other ones. Boris Karloff and Basil Rathbone and
Sure.
I mean, the old horror movies. Okay,
Apparently so. Now-
which is what I'll talk about because I have
No, we're going to talk about yes. That's what we're. Now, Hannah. Now you're so excited to meet Cleve. What did you watch Monster Man? Is that?
You don't have to. It's okay.
I don't remember.
How do you know Cleve?
Social media and
Okay.
there's people talking about you and it's kind of
My
snooping.
ears were burning. Yeah.
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 Oh, okay. I
And
had.
social media snoop. Yeah.
I see. I'm surprised that neither one of you have met Cleve because he's around.
I've been a hermit recently, but yeah.
Yeah, he's always like he and I are always creeping in the background somewhere. But you've very exciting now. Jane Silent Bob came out.
Yeah, that came out, which it did. I haven't seen it yet, but the
And-
clips I've seen look really cool.
And you did what now again?
I did the Iron Bob, which
Oh, that's right,
seems to be
the Iron-
big thing that
like
they're-
Iron Man.
they're showing everywhere. Plus, there's a I guess it's Mark Hamill who had the big fist, and this is an Infinity Gauntlet that I did.
Right.
Like Thanos has. That was cool.
Yeah.
And that was very fun.
Yeah. Because last time we were talking about the reality show and how fake that was. Well, I remember a couple of years ago I went to your Halloween party.
Of reality.
Well, I went to your Halloween party a couple of years ago, and I go every year because it's the best. And I'll be going to the one this year. But you were talking about possibly doing another show.
Yeah, there's a couple other things I'm trying to do actually, and I just had a situation where I was trying to hook up with somebody in El Paso. I don't want to get into it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hopefully it'll all come together.
All right, hook up as far
Some
as.
things I can't talk about just yet. Something me.
Okay.
Actually, I got yelled at for all the things I did say last time.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want you to
You
get.
kind of blew it when you said Fear Street, but we aren't supposed to talk.
Okay. Now I'm confused. I don't even know what I don't know what to
I
talk
get
about.
these non-disclosure things I have to sign when I do
Right.
jobs, and you're not supposed to discuss the thing. Used to be where they wanted you to talk about it to get all the publicity they
Right.
could, but nowadays it's they don't want anybody to find out until we're ready to expose it to the world. And now that have a
Well, let's say
self-edit mechanism. So
okay. Well, of the things you can talk about, what was the hardest thing to fabricate as far as a prop?
in over the time.
Yeah, over the 40-some years that you've been doing this.
Yeah, hardest thing to fabricate. I mean, there are things that were a nightmare, not because they were so hard, but just because of deadlines and stuff.
Right.
There were some that brought me to tears. I can't remember what maybe the worst one because there's been some bad ones, some bad moments out there. Yeah, I mean there were some stupid ones for sure, really.
Oh, tell us about the stupid ones.
Oh my God, this was one. I'm not even sure what it was for. It was this character called Mr. Toomey,
Yeah.
and it was a stomach costume. It was a stomach. And it was hideous. It was horrible looking.
It was a stomach.
That was bad. Yeah, the worst was for an art student.
Well, was it like intestines coming out, or was it like?
It was just shaped like a big stomach with eyes and a big smile,
Okay.
It was a heart thing. Once I did a heart costume, not a fucking heart. It was a heart with the organ and shit sticking out of it, and that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what Cleve does. This is what he's done for a living.
This is what I do when I'm not making cool stuff. There was one that was this. I don't know what it's for. Some art student or something. Artists don't build their own crap.
No.
They design it and then hire somebody to do it.
Right.
I did this for this supposedly famous artist who I'd never heard of, who was doing an installation. It was like an 18-foot doll laying on the floor. Half an hour before it was being loaded on the truck, he asked if we could make the hair brown. It was already black, and I told him to get the hell out of my face. There was one thing, though, this guy designed. It was like a clam. It looked like a closed clam with a pair of legs sticking out the bottom that were with jeans and tennis shoes.
Okay.
When the clam opened, it was a skinned boy inside, fully anatomically correct all the way. And that was just like...
Wait,
but they had money. And me
sounds
being the
like
whore that I am,
something you
said,
were
sure.
like one of the weird burlesque shows.
I was gonna say it. It's like so. So this clam was hung.
Yeah. It was very strange. And then there was, I've made a lot of penises in my time. There was.
Oh yeah, well
for
yeah,
the
please.
for the health department of San Francisco, I did the working stiff, several of them for them.
Wait. Back up.
Yeah,
So.
okay.
Health Department of San Francisco comes
It
to
was just-
Cleve Hall and says,
It was an anti-syphilis campaign they were doing.
"Oh,
John, what's his name? John, about the Daily Show.
John
Stewart.
Stewart."
Yeah, he covered this actually. He thought it was hilarious too. It was
Yeah.
on the Daily Show. They were going to do one in L.A., but then they started thinking, hey, if we use all these, civic funds to have somebody make a penis costume, they might get mad at us. So instead, they had us create another costume, which was Phil the Syphilis Sword, which looked like an angry red California raisin. This is what got John Stewart involved, was the war between Syphilis Sword and the working stiff up in San Francisco. But it was... Yeah, that was it,
Well, what does a syphilis store look like, and why would they come to you to? I mean, are you the expert on this, or?
No, I didn't even look at this time. I did not do research. Usually I do research, but this one I was not going to. It looked like a red, mean California raisin. Exactly.
Wow.
There were these little like squishy dolls of them and stuff they were giving out.
Oh my God.
Wait, squishy dolls of syphilis sores.
Mm-hmm.
Very
And I
nice.
guess they had the working stiffs up there, but I didn't want, hold one.
And this is the United States. This is
he had a big
this is a
smile.
government job.
Yeah, and he had a big smile and he was carrying a briefcase.
Like
So
he
was
was
a working
happy.
stiff.
Yes.
Exactly. He was a happy.
Were you living in San Francisco at the time, or did they come down to LA for that?
Down here.
Okay.
Down here.
We need a syphilis store. Let's go get Cleve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The syphilis sword was here. And
Yeah.
The penises were for up there, and then once I don't know if this is Dave Chapelle or something other, but it was like a big black dicks. It was called, and it was like this 12-foot long silicone penis that shot orange juice out of it. But kids were jump roping with it and all this stuff. That was a bitch to do.
Well, wait a second. Actually, you seem to know something about this. What's going on with that?
I've seen that skit.
Oh, is it Chappelle show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a Rusty.
Big penis.
Yeah. Rusty did it. Yeah, and that one was weird because it was so long and our shop was only so high, the ceiling, and I had this mold that was 12 feet long, and we had to stand up in the balcony or in the loft pouring silicone down inside this thing that big around,
Right.
filling it with the tube running down so that liquid could be.
Yeah. Hannah wants to know if you still have the mold.
Yeah.
Why?
No, but I
You
did.
want to know if he's
I
the
just-
mold. Christmas is coming up, Mark.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I'm looking for a gift for you. Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
one actually. It was for a porno, which
Okay, here we
that
go.
feeling
Okay.
under the table again, and me getting kicked in the leg, but it's a psychic thing. My daughter kicking me in the leg every time I'm saying something I shouldn't.
Right.
Um,
She's the one that listens to the show. Is like, don't talk about
the
that.
one that kick, no. Usually that's the people I work with, but her it's things like this.
Yeah.
Doing pornos and stuff. And anyway, this is for E.T. The extra testicle or something or other. But it was actually I got nominated.
I think I might saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an AVN nominee.
4 times on it for different things. Yeah, once was a shark for what's the name? Burning Angel, Brazilian Angel. It was a shark in a swimming pool that I played.